The smart people say that it takes in between 18 to 250 days to develop a new habit.
And well, lately I've been developing a habit that I just really wanted to get rid of.
It's just gotten worse and worse and worse.
But yesterday I woke up and I decided that it was time to do something about it.
I'm gonna give myself 10 days to get rid of it. Actually, 1 day, because we're starting now.
And if I don't complete it, I promised my brother I would give him $500. So to make sure I don't fail,
I'm gonna use this 5-step process
that I've used in order to get in shape to become a morning person. Good morning! Someone's walking by me and laughing at me. They're still laughing. Not that I care, because I use this 5-step formula to gain confidence to start this YouTube channel, even though I, in the past, have been very terrified of what people think of me. I'm still working on that confidence, but it's getting better. That's the important thing, right? And step number 1, identify the problem. Let me explain. Here's my friend's car. When a car isn't running in its optimal state, a warning sign comes on.
Do you see that sign?
And we can then choose to pretend like we don't see it, or we can take it to the mechanic.
And if we don't feel like doing that because of all the inconvenience that comes with going to the mechanic and having to Uber home and the time and all of that.
Yes, thank you.
Problem is just gonna continue to get worse and worse.
So here's my problem. For a very long time, I have been wanting to make a night routine out of reading. And instead, I've been watching YouTube videos. And sometimes it's been for hours and hours and hours. But also watching YouTube videos while I was eating, and then maybe taking a little extra time than I would have if I didn't watch YouTube video in the middle of my workday. Because it obviously helps me with my work. I get so inspired by watching these videos and get ideas from my own videos, but it's taken overhand. And I feel like a lot of the time, it is just an excuse for me to be lazy and not take action on the things that I need to do to actually achieve my goal. And with that awareness of laziness being the problem, we can now move on to step number 2, which is finding a solution for the problem. And this one was easy. Absolutely no YouTube for 10 days straight. Only reading if I feel like relaxing. I feel like we all have our own version of this, you know, a habit that we want to change. And the thing that's distracting you from reaching your full potential. Maybe drinking or TikTok or snoozing the alarm or Netflix or gaming or eating multiple bags of chips every night. I just came home from dance class and the only thing I want to do right now is shower, cook some dinner, and then sit on my butt and watch some YouTube videos. But I'm not gonna do it, even though I really wanna. So I decided to do my reading, and I really quickly realized that this little habit change didn't just affect my night routine, but it truly compound affected in all areas of my life and completely increased my productivity. First off, I'd been wanting to stretch more for a very long time.
Good morning.
And I started doing this while I was reading.
Just sitting here stretching.
And it wasn't just the lack of blue light before bed that affected my sleep positively.
Reading makes me so tired in such a good way. I love it. Good night.
But also because of what I was consuming before bed was positive.
I think there's power to reading before bed. Then your consumption goes into your subconscious mind. I just feel like I'm very much at ease.
It also made me wake up really early and just get more out of my workouts. Something from doing this challenge that I didn't expect has happened, and that is every single morning I've wanted to go to the gym, even on like the supposed to be rest days. Just like wanted to go there just to do a little something. Simply the act of like going there has made me feel really good, and I'm guessing it's because I'm in this flow of just wanting to grow and develop and do good things. And it just shows that when we do one thing, when we make one habit change, it compound effect. Still dark out. I love that. Oh my gosh, this feels like an interview.
It does feel.
So Alessandra, how do you feel about reading books?
But I was telling Camilla that like anytime I've actually followed that perfectly of reading before I go to bed, I feel so much like at ease and I can fall asleep really easily. I think when we're watching TV or social media, watching YouTube, it's more numbing our mind.
But like with every other challenge I'd done in the past, I knew that at some point I would hit a wall, which I soon were to find out would also happen here, but not just yet. On day 5, and something that has surprised me is how it has affected my diet. Because I don't watch YouTube videos while I'm eating, it's easier for me to pay attention to how my body feels when I'm eating. And I think I was consuming a little bit too much protein powder and a little too much Greek yogurt. But what always makes my body feel absolutely incredible after eating is veggies. So we have increased my veggie intake. I'm more present with my food, and I listen to podcasts and just have my own thoughts, and those thoughts sometimes become creative ideas, and those creative ideas lead me to take action, like just small little things like reaching out to someone, setting up something, or doing something that I had forgotten to do for a long time. And these small little constant action steps led me to get the opportunity to join a mastermind with some incredible women, which is something that I've been hoping for years. And because I took the action to send this email, I saved $700 on this self-development event that I wanted to go to. And it also finally made me take action on actually filming my podcast instead of just doing audio.
Also, I clearly didn't think anyone was going to be able to see the pants I was wearing.
But what I also share on there is in my life when I've wanted to level up, I've taken 100 steps of action, like just like small things like reaching out to people, doing little action things here and there, and only maybe 2% of the things that I take action on actually happen. But if I didn't take action on the 100 things, nothing would have happened, right?
But as we all know, sooner or later, one of those days are gonna come by where we just don't feel like doing anything.
I'm feeling like my brain doesn't want to do anything. Like I don't feel like reading, honestly.
You know how I said in the beginning of this video that there's 5 steps to this process of changing a habit? Well, now is when step 3 is gonna come to my rescue.
Whenever I've done this in the past and actually succeeded at it, it's been because I've made these little rules and then committed to the rules. For example, I'm allowed to go on TikTok and Instagram and watch shorts because I know with myself that kind of motivates me to create and just inspires me to little like small funny videos that I could turn into my own kind of video.
And because I rarely ever watch movies, I told myself that if I really had a day where I just needed to chill, I could watch myself a little love, a little romance, a little love story.
So I'm gonna watch a movie.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
And I stopped eating my daily licorices. That just didn't align with my health goals.
In the past, whenever I've wanted to make a habit change, something that has worried me has been what other people are gonna think of me if I do that thing. And that is step number 4 of this process. It's letting go of ego and the worrying of what other people are gonna think, because it really doesn't matter. In this instance, obviously nobody's gonna even care. But when I made more like big life decisions, letting go of the fear of judgment has definitely been something I have had to let go of.
And now the 5th and final step of this habit change process, before we get into the question of whether or not I'm going to continue doing this after the 10 days, is to simply commit and find a way to enjoy the struggle.
Something that I've really been reminded of that is so powerful is inviting in the discomfort, the pain, when I'm working out, when I'm reading instead of watching videos, when I am doing all these things that I would have procrastinated if I was distracted from being this focused on the things that I wanted to achieve and accomplish.
With all that being said, I am going to start watching YouTube videos again because I miss it so much and it brings me a lot of joy. But I won't do it, I mean, most of the days I won't do it before bed. I want to continue reading self-development books. Little update since we ended the challenge. On the first day after the challenge, I was binge watching the mostest of the most YouTube videos of all time. The second day, I felt like I don't want to do that anymore. So I did watch a few YouTube videos, but before bed, I was reading. And the same with day 3. And I'm going to continue doing that because it makes me feel so good. And I know that you got something in your life that you want to give a shot. And you won't know how it's going to feel unless you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I will see you in the next one. Oh my gosh. Yes, I can already feel the cringy comments coming at me. The comments saying that I'm cringy coming at me. But you know what? I don't care. Because if just one of you try out this distraction detox habit change challenge, then my heart's going to be happy. Hit that subscribe button if you want to join the family and challenge your norm with me every single week. And I will see you again hopefully soon. Bye.
When we grow and develop, we create a happy life, and that is what we want.